So the reason why we show this picture is um, this is you, believe it or not, that you are all of these. Now, here's why. When you look at strategic planning, remember that image we said the multiple directions? So this is actually an analogy for your organization. And your organization is probably the lion. And here's why. So the lion tamer, this person on the left here, has his whip and his chair. And the chair, why it works on the lion is the lion tries to focus on all 4 points of the chair at once. And in the process, gets paralyzed into inaction. He can't actually focus on anything, and then he just sort of gets confused and paralyzed and stuck. And what we found with organizations, they have these really great visions. They have all of these risks, they understand it, but when they come to the actual execution piece, they try to focus on everything and in the process do nothing. They have 10 strategic priorities and accomplish none. And they get paralyzed into inaction. So why we share this in the context of strategic planning is that you need to prioritize on a couple things. You only have 100% time, money, and energy. So what are the top 3 or 4 things that you need to focus on? And how are you going to move them forward? When I see organizations with 7 or 8 priorities, they might move on all of them and have maybe 8 or 9 or 10% of each. So they make a little bit of progress in a lot of initiatives instead of a lot of progress in a little. And then it creates frustration, it creates resentment, it creates uncertainty, and you're not actually getting to where you want to go. The other thing, which is sort of a sidebar, is that they don't have specific measurable goals. And if you don't have specific measurable goals, it's like playing a sport with no scorecard, with no scoreboard. You wouldn't know if you were actually successful and how that impacts your employees. They don't know how to win within your company. So you need to have these specific measurable goals, and then you're going to have the tactics to execute on that plan. So if you follow that workbook, which you can download after the webinar, you'll be able to pull out all of those. But what I want to leave you with here is like, don't be this lion trying to focus on everything at once. Focus on a few things, get them done, and move forward. As it relates to now, we're in July, pick a couple priorities for the next 3 months, focus on them, get them done, and then move on. If you try to do 10 things, you're going to do 10 things poorly instead of 3 things well.